I was in town yesterday, killing time, waiting for Jess to knock off work. We were supposed to be going to Pizza Express and maybe catch the film if we could be asked. As I came off HMV and walked down to meet Jess, I saw this grubby old chap, sat outside on the pavement, outside Wetherspoons, and clutching a can of Tennant soup. And it's the town centre. It's not unusual to see the drunk or the homeless splayed out across the floor in the middle of the afternoon, but something clicked when I walked past this guy, almost instantly. I walked on, but something was nagging me. I know him. And I know him, but can't be. Surely not. I didn't want it to be, but I had to go back and check. So I casually looked at my phone, swung around and wandered back. And as I got closer and closer and closer, there was no doubt in my mind. That grubby, inebriated old man sat on the floor that everyone was stepping over, avoiding, was my old man. My dad. He looked like he was about 100, but he couldn't be more than 50. If he was the same age as my mum, then he was like 47. The split when I was young. Mum tried really hard to keep the visits between me and my dad. But he had been through some heavy shit, it turns out, at work, and he seemed more interested in getting pissed than having anything to do with me. And before long, every weekend with Dad became every Saturday, every other Saturday. Then it became Christmas, birthdays, Easter, until I never saw him at all. You know what it was? It wasn't always like that. I actually have some great memories with him, but that's why it hurt and more confused when he just seemed to just disappear. It wasn't until a few years later that I found out the real reason why he hit the bottle and left, and once I found out, it began to make a bit more sense. He used to be a train driver. One day someone jumped in front of his train. Completely fucked him up. Poor bastard. I mean, I don't know if I'd abandon my family if that ever happened to me, but you can see now why he's a changed man. I always wondered if he ever thought about me, because I thought about him all the time. Mum got remarried to Mike, and he couldn't be sounder with me or Mum. He treats her like a princess. And he's never left me wanting for anything. He's got a kid as well, and he treats us exactly the same. It was actually Mike's suggestion that I track my dad down. I tried to look him up on Facebook, and Mum gave me all the last info and addresses that she knew of him, but that all led to dead ends. I'm not sure what I would have said to him if he'd have picked up the phone or had tracked him down, I guess. I really just wanted to know if he was alright. And after all that searching, I literally just stumble upon him. Pissed, filthy, sat on the ground. He looked up to me and squinted with one eye to get focus. "What the fuck are you looking at?" he slurred. I was shaking. My heart was pounding. My mouth went dry and I didn't know what to say. I couldn't believe that was my dad. was what... That was what had become of him. Sat on the ground, reeking of piss, dried vomit all over his mouth. And all I could do was dig out my wallet and give him all the notes I had, 30, 40 quid. He scrunched that up in his hand. His eyes looked down at the pavement and he murmured, "Tar. Tar!" He didn't even recognise me. I mean, why would he? I must have been like 10 or 11 when he last saw me. I wasn't sure what else to do, so I wandered off. And I kept walking, and I kept walking. I walked way past Jess's works and just kept going. My phone was ringing, message after message after message. "Hi babe, I finished work, where are you?" I couldn't talk to her, I couldn't talk to anyone. At this point I was just trying to get my shit together, on the verge of bawling. I fumbled a text back to her saying I wasn't feeling very well and I'd catch her later. I stopped and tried to pull myself together. I had to talk to him. I needed to talk to him. I had it back, but he wasn't there. He'd either wandered off to the office with the money I gave him, or he'd been moved on. Then my mind started playing tricks on me. Did I really see him? Or anyone? Or did I imagine it? Was the guy who I just gave all my money to really my dad? Or was it just some random guy? But in my heart, I knew it was him. I walked around town for a while looking for him. I went into some of the pubs and the bars, but I couldn't see him anywhere. I spent all day today traipsing around town trying to find him. Asking other folk on the street if they'd seen him or know of him, but nothing at all. But I guess I'll try again tomorrow after work.